Hi, I'm Tony Massey, addiction medicine specialist and psychiatrist at Kolmac.
Hi, I'm Rennie Grant. I am a musician. I'm trying to think of all the things I am. I'm a musician, a recovering addict, and a peer counselor also at Kolmac.
And a great guy.
Oh, thank you. You as well. Well, the $20 is in your mail.
Thanks. And I'm Doc.
And I'm Rock.
How you doing? You got something.
I do. I have this official-looking green card that our producer gave us.
That's great, so you can stay.
With a question on it. This question comes from Brenda, who incidentally is also the name of my cat.
Okay, very good name.
Dear fellas, this is the spring break question. Okay.
Okay.
Dear fellas, spring break is here. I am a sophomore at UMBC, and all my friends are asking me to come to the beach this weekend. I smell trouble. I want to go and have fun, hang out, but my sponsor is concerned and thinks I should be very careful. She says I should go to some meetings, etc. But I just want a break. I work hard at school and I just want to have fun. What do you think, Brenda? So that's a good question. You know, I mean, it's called spring break for a reason. School's tough. I'm in school right now, and I'm real glad that spring break is coming.
Just take a break from that. Yeah, I know. I totally get it.
And recovery's work. It's a lot of work. Going to meetings and oh, you gotta do all this stuff. And she just wants to go sort of forget.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's wrong with that?
Well, I mean, I think, Brenda, the issue is, that your sponsor, me, a lot of people want you to have success with recovery. So things that will interfere with that are problematic. So I think we'll, probably you can find something to achieve what you're looking for in terms of a bit of, kind of a break, having fun. I think being in an environment like a beach during spring break.
Ocean City is certainly suspect for many reasons.
I think you'll find a lot of addictive substances around. Certainly alcohol and pills, probably marijuana. I mean, whatever. There's going to be a lot of stuff, and I'm. Donna, she didn't mention what her drug of choice was.
She did not.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm glad you didn't, because it doesn't really matter. Being in an environment where drugs, including alcohol, are just used very freely, is hugely triggering. No matter what your drug of choice is.
Yeah.
Absolutely no matter.
Probably more so if alcohol isn't your drug of choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably even more dangerous.
Yeah.
For a heroin addict to be, I'm not shooting heroin, so I'm good. Mm-hmm. That alcohol was never a problem for me.
Yeah, and again, it just goes right back to the biology of all of this. That alcohol will activate the same parts of your brain, that heroin or cocaine activate. And even though it's, the alcohol isn't the same thing, by activating that part of the brain, your thinking process, your problem-solving capacity and sort of a range of options available to you to deal with things will shift from kind of recovery, rational thinking to addict thinking.
Right.
And you'll
the whole limbic system thing and
you'll find that exactly, you'll find that you're pretty quick to thinking like you were in active addiction. Mm-hmm. So I think from the biology standpoint, your sponsor's right.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I think a vacation is great, and certainly we all need a break from school and work, and who doesn't want to go away on vacation?
Yeah, I take vacations.
My concern for you, Brenda, is exactly what Tony's saying. Is that once you're around the environment. I mean, for me, I can speak from as a recovering addict. I don't have to ingest anything to start thinking like an addict. All I have to do is be in a room full of people partying, or people who are maybe they don't have a problem with it. Maybe they're just drinking, and it's like they're not alcoholics. All of a sudden, I'm going, well, maybe I'm not too. Right? I start leaning in the direction of the destructive decisions. Yeah. And I think that's part of the cognitive disease that addiction is that we have this weird radar that searches out that kind of stuff. And man, when we're around it and we're not in recovery, we are susceptible to, what would be the word? What would be a good clinical word for influence from others. You know, like a
Well, I think the
crowd.
the environmental cues, is
We fall in
you know.
line.
Yeah, and you think about laboratory rats. That's one of the most powerful cue to take an addictive substance is in the environment.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
So, I mean, you switch from the addict cage to the non-addict cage. Kind of you can help extinguish that behavior. But go back to the addict cage and like,
Right.
party time.
It comes right back.
So,
But maybe there's a way she could go and practice some good self-care.
and that's what I think that the question's really driving at. She's
Mhm.
working hard, which is great.
Yep. She has a sponsor. I wanted to say, good job, Brenda.
Yeah.
Because that's huge. I mean, if you're in a 12-step
Yeah.
program, you don't have a sponsor, you're not
Yeah.
really in a 12-step program.
Yeah. So what would you do?
Well, I'm going to side with her sponsor.
Mhm.
Brenda, I'm going to I'm going to side with your sponsor. There are meetings in Ocean City, morning, noon, and night. There's lots of people your age, believe me, who will be in those groups. I bet you, if you go to a meeting in the morning, you'll probably have plans that afternoon with some sober people doing fun, sober stuff. It doesn't mean you can't see your friends. It doesn't mean you can't hang out with whomever you choose to at some points. But it gives you some control over where, when, how. I wouldn't get a hotel room with my 3 drinking buddies.
No.
I would make arrangements to be safe and err on the side of caution.
And I bet there are people who, if you did need a shared room, who would be going to the meetings and stuff anyway.
Absolutely.
So it just kind of,
Maybe her school has a sober network she can tap into.
yeah, maybe they're going somewhere else other than
Right.
where all the people are using in a destructive way.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's rock climbing going on.
That would be awesome.
Or,
Whitewater rafting. Yes.
So
and also, I'll just touch briefly on maybe Brenda wants to go and be in a situation where she's powerless and defenseless, because that could be a great, oops moment. So
Yeah.
you want to watch out for that too.
yeah. So
Self-sabotage.
take care of yourself.
Yep.
Enjoy a break, but be safe about it.
Yeah, and remember that this is not a choice. The word powerless is thrown around 12-step rooms because we are powerless over this
Yeah.
thinking process. This is
Yeah.
a disease, and we have to treat it, or we will fall back into it.
Yeah. All right, Brenda. Enjoy.
Enjoy. Great spring break. Go rock climbing.
All right, I'm Doc.
I'm Rock. Peace.